Okay, so when you buy a post frame kit, whether it be an 8 series or a 12 series kit, you end up with 4 posts for a starter frame and 2 posts for an extended frame. The starter frame is basically 2 posts coming up, another 2 posts coming up with an angle bar coming across. An extender frame is an angle bar coming across with another 2 posts coming down. First things first, our posts are not cut to vehicle specific sizes. They come in 3 lengths. Most common length being the mid-size one, which is a 1539 post, and that usually needs to be cut down to fit something like the 4 transit low roof. So this vehicle isn't exactly a 4 transit low roof, but it's a very similar vehicle like the 4 transit low roof. What I like to do is measure the height from the floor to the ceiling and find the lowest point. So the lowest point will be about here. That's given me 1,380 millimeters. And I'll convert that for you shortly into inches so you can understand. Next thing is to measure the post, or look at the spreadsheet that we have that tells you where to cut the posts depending on which vehicle make and model you have. So I previously measured the roof height, and now we have the post starter frame kit that comes in this box. If you turn the box over, it actually has a picture of what the post looks like, and it has some markings from 40 all the way up to 54. Now these are cut lines, recommended cut lines. Our online spreadsheet will show you, depending on which make and model, where you will be cutting. Okay. So if I open this box like so, as I expressed before, there's 4 posts and an upper angle bar. I'll now break this open and show you what to do next. The spreadsheet tells me that this make and model, I need to cut the post at 1300 millimeters, or just over 51 inches, or hole number 48. So hole number 48 will be that marker over there at the bottom, or the small hole next to the big hole on number 48. So I would simply lay that on top of this. It's actually to scale. Look at hole number 48. And I'll be cutting it right there. I will double check that with a tape measure just to make sure it is 1300 mils or 51 inches. As you can see, that is correct. And I will use a cutting blade on an angle grinder or a drop saw to cut this accurately. You can use a hacksaw, but it's much neater if it's done on a drop saw. Here's the post that I previously marked with a black pen. I'll place it in the drop saw. That's got a vise attached to it, like so. Clamp it up. Get ready to cut. Okay, so I just cut one of those posts, as you saw before on the drop saw. I brought it into the van just to make sure that it fits inside, and then I proceeded to cut the remaining 3, and I assembled them as so, as per assembly instructions provided inside the box. These instructions can also be found online. So the shelving bay, an 8 series shelving bay, has just been assembled. It's pretty lightweight, so I'll just pick it up and carefully bring it into the van. And there we are. So from here, you would use the vehicle-specific roof anchors that have been provided and attach it to them, or you can use the universal anchors that are also provided that will attach that way. You can also use the floor anchor plates that have been provided that would sit under this, or if you just wish to drill directly through the floor with a plus nut, you can also do that as well. You just have to make sure that this distance and that distance is the same so that the bay is square. You can do that 2 ways, with a tape measure, or you can fit one of our shelves to also help you keep the distance from this set of post to that set of post equal. Here we have an 8 series starter frame that has been extended with a 12 series extended frame. They are joined together. As you can see, this is exactly the same as what we had before inside the van. Simply, it's just had an extension piece added. So if I was to bring this to the inside of the van, you'd have one long row, as I'm about to show you. Okay. Here we're just bringing in the assembled frame. It's best done with 2 people. Just carefully come in. And there you have it. It's that easy.